Here's Phil to tell you more.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? DSP here, and welcome to the State of the Stream podcast for 2020. So a troll tipped me $5 and insults my wife. Wow. Amazing. Am I going to address that? Are you nuts? In general, I'm finding that public opinion on me and my streams is actually going up rather than just going like this or going down, which has had in previous years. Instead, people are kind of realizing maybe the years and years of truth that's been said about Phil is kind of over-exaggerating. And yes, the guy is flawed and certainly has isn't perfect and has a lot of things that he's said and done over the years that may be wrong or agitate people. But maybe he's not the devil either, and maybe we've kind of overdone it a little bit. You know, Phil's a funny guy to laugh at, but maybe we shouldn't utterly try to defame him and destroy his whole life because we want to get a laugh out of it, right? Streams have been amazing in 2019. And just think of all the cool things, all right, that we did in 2019. I actually made a huge list of all the awesome things that were positives in 2019. First of all, I went the entire year and had 0 issues with Twitch. And what I mean by that is never once did Twitch contact me in 2019 and say, Phil, you did something wrong. You violated the rules. You're in trouble now. Nothing. 0. I heard not a peep out of Twitch the whole year in regards to stuff like that. The only time that I was contacted by Twitch was for positive stuff. Oh, here's an opportunity. Here's a new feature that we're doing. That's amazing. That's exactly how I want it. And it's hilarious that there's so many people on the internet that would say that, oh, I'm such a bad streamer, I'm a toxic streamer. But Twitch, I'm perfectly good with in regards to Twitch. I'm abiding by all the rules. I've never had a negative thing go on the entire year. You know what I mean? Like, it's like positive, positive, positive. I've never felt this way before. Like, 2019 was such an amazing year for me, and I want it to keep going. You know, I want to keep that vibe going in 2020. So that's how things are going, you know, positively for me in 2019. I want you guys to understand how grateful I am that you guys helped make it happen, all right? It really, yes, a ginormous chunk of this is due to my wife. I'm certainly not taking any credit away from her. She's so amazing. She's super supportive, and you know, everything in my private life is amazing because of her. But as for the streams, you guys really made 2019 a super positive year for me, one of the best years of my lives. But 2019 was the year where, like, everything kind of went to maximum positivity, and I loved what I was doing on a daily basis 100%. I loved my private life. Like, everything was perfect, and I wanted to stay that way. Okay? Boss Hog cheered again and says, your biggest problem with doing house tours is people wondering how much you spent on something. That was part of it. Like, no lie. How insane is this? I'm walking through my house. Oh, here's our kitchen or whatever. Oh, my God. Look at that coffee maker. That looks expensive. Then someone would look on Amazon. That coffee maker sells for $500 on Amazon, man.
I took a picture of my kitchen, and someone finds that there's a new spatula. Where did Phil get the money for that new spatula? I bet that cost several dollars, and you know.
The truth of the matter is the coffee maker's 5 years old. I bought it when it was new years ago, and it sold for like $150 or something like that. That's a coffee maker I had since I was back in Connecticut, okay? The reason that coffee maker's $500 on fucking Amazon is because it's outdated, out of print. You can't buy it anymore, and people liked that model, so like there's a few left, and people are selling them for exorbitant prices. But this is what people would do, and then they would post it. Phil says that he's in financial straits, but he has a $500 coffee maker in his house. So you're like, what the fuck is going on with these weirdos? You know, and it's insanity, the stuff that they do. So, you know, here we go. Well, $150 is still way too much for a coffee maker. Oh, my God. Yes, because, you know, I bought it when I lived in Connecticut at the height of my YouTube popularity. So I bought an expensive coffee maker at that point to drink coffee during streams. But somehow I'm in the wrong in 2019 for it, right? You know, literally. And by the way, the coffee maker that I got, that haven't had for 3 years. And by the way, it's 2020, not 2019. I even lose the year. This is what I mean. This is the stupidity I put up with on a daily fucking basis. So why would I ever want to reveal anything from my house, right? Why? God forbid that they see a light socket that's like the $10 light socket instead of the $5 light socket or something. It's like, oh, fuck me. I've had enough of this shit, you know? YouTube revenue was so bad in 2019 that it actually hurt me significantly and got me into a bad situation financially, all right? So as I was already talking about previously, it used to be YouTube was this much of my income and Twitch was this much of my income, all right? Then 2017, the YouTube adpocalypse hit. And I would say YouTube was about this much of my income and Twitch was about this much of my income. Then in 2018, things got a little worse and things kind of got about equal. In 2019, out of nowhere, it then went like this. So literally within a 3-year period, my income has completely flipped. And I would argue that my YouTube revenue went down so sharply. All right. Not to say my views went down sharply, because they didn't. My views gradually go down a little bit, but it wasn't like, boo, no. The views stayed about roughly the same, maybe a little lower, but the revenue went like down by insane exponential dip. Okay. This hurt me tons because that was revenue that I was counting on. And I couldn't afford anything anymore. I literally, even with the money I was making on the Twitch streams early on in 2019, I couldn't afford to pay my bills. I was like, there's no way I can keep stuff afloat anymore. With all the shit that I'm paying, all these crazy financial obligations that I have, shit that's just weighing down on me horribly, I can't pay any of it anymore. So essentially what I had to start doing in 2019, which is a horrible situation for anyone to be in, pick and choose what you're going to pay. I'm going to pay this and this and this because this is important. I'm going to pay this and this and this because if I don't pay those, I'll probably get screwed. These maybe aren't so bad, so I won't pay that. And then I'll see what happens if I don't pay this. You see, that's kind of how my life became because I had such a big dip in YouTube income in 2019. One thing that I was sincerely hoping would happen in 2019 never happened. I was hoping that eventually things would get a little bit better because I was being seen in a more positive light in general on the internet, that I would have some sponsorship opportunities open up for me, whether it would have been products, whether it would have been play a game and do a sponsored stream on Twitch again. None of that happened. I'm still 100% banned from the whole sponsored stream program on Twitch. I'm still not allowed to get any sponsorship opportunities whatsoever. Whenever a sponsor comes by, I explain to them, here's the situation. I have a group of trolls that harass the shit out of me. And chances are, if we have a sponsorship, they're going to harass you. They usually will do some research, look into it, and say, we don't want to touch your trolls with a 40-foot pole, and they turn me down for a sponsorship. Same thing with Twitch. Like, Twitch didn't have an issue having me do the sponsored streams in 2018 until the trolls attacked the shit out of the game publishers and game developers, and the game developers contacted Twitch and said, listen, not that it's Phil, he did a good stream promoting our game, but we can't have hundreds of dumb kids coming and attacking us and putting out nasty, disgusting stuff for 2 weeks straight just because Phil played our game. So therefore, we don't want, to have Phil playing our stuff in the sponsorship opportunities. Now, the thing is, these are giant money makers for most streamers. Most people who full-time stream rely on consistent income from sponsorship opportunities to keep stuff going. I get zero. Okay? I really was hoping that in 2019 this would change because, let's face it, more people coming to my streams, more consistent subs, people seeing me in a more positive light. There were many positive things that happened to me in 2019 when it came to me and my streaming persona and my business and all of that. Yet the sponsorship thing never happened, to the point where I don't think at this point, I hate to be a defeatist. I do. I really 100% hate to be a defeatist and say it'll never happen, but I kind of feel like it's never going to happen. Like, for me, my life, because I have these really disgusting, obsessed, crazy people after me at all times, that no matter what I do, I will never be able to get the same opportunities as everybody else because they're never going to leave it alone. To them, this has become their agenda in life, and whenever they can do anything to just poke me and hurt me in a little way, they will. They know the sponsorship thing is a way that they've concretely hurt me in the past, and they're going to continue to do it no matter what. Even if right now there was a burning building and children were trapped at the top of the building, and I stormed into the building against my own, self-preservation kind of instinct, and I rushed in and got smoke inhalation and saved those 3 children and came out and blood, and I got sick and everything, and I couldn't stream for 6 months, and finally I came back to stream the hero who saved the children from the burning building. They would fucking try to fuck that stream up for me because that's how they are. It's not because they genuinely hate me. It's because up here they're obsessed to the point where they just don't care anymore. They know they can do some kind of a negative impact, so they'll just do it because they can. There's no end game for them. It's not like they want me off the internet. They just want to hurt me as much as they can because they want a segment right now where I talk about it.
And now they get their, oh my God, they get their tinglies inside. Now they feel good because they feel like they actually had an impact on planet Earth.
When in reality, they're just insignificant little worms and no one likes them and they have horrible lives. And that's why they do disgusting things to people on the internet like that anyway. The outsiders, that's how they're kind of seeing this now. They look at that situation and they say, damn, Phil is being treated unfairly by these idiots. It's not like it used to be where I was a giant popular YouTuber and people were taking a rib at me with "this is how you don't play" and laughing at a big YouTuber and saying, haha, he's really not very professional and he sucks and blah, blah, blah. Now it's literally, let's just constantly attack Phil, make shit up, do defamatory stuff about him and his family so that we can make just disgusting and toxic content, we can about him to try to make popularity for ourselves. I want to come to a point where maybe my wife feels safe enough that she can come to a stream and she can sit down with me and we can have a fun stream with you guys, whether we're playing a game or we're just talking, and it's not constant disgusting attacks against her for no reason whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, the truth of the matter is, I've talked about this before, Kat was 100% happy to come on my streams in 2018. But then, during the Halloween stream, she went out of her way to buy a costume, to dress up for the event, to participate in the gameplay of the event. And as she sits down to do it, literally, it's just disgusting attack after disgusting attack on her in the stream chat to the point where she got completely turned off and said, I don't ever want to do this ever again. And it's been a year and a half and she still has no desire to come back on the streams because of that. And that's awful. I was hoping maybe in 2019, if the general public is now seeing me in a more public light, maybe those shitheads who do negative stuff to me would calm down, and they didn't. Instead, they just ramped it up as much as they could. They kept being as nasty as they possibly could, right? At this point, there's so many ludicrous memes and things about me, I don't care anymore. I'm not going to be bringing them up and addressing them because there's no fucking point. There's really not. Like, there's no point in me even giving a minute to the crap that people say about me because it's so
horseshit.
That was an amazing joke.
Are there laws against defamation? Absolutely. There 100%. There's laws against everything that happens to me. I'm not even kidding you. If you look up United States law, you'll see that 9 times out of 10, with these people that are making these disgusting videos and streams about me, what they're doing is actually illegal. And if I were to sue them, they would have to shut down, YouTube would have to shut down their crap, and I would actually win damages from any concrete hurt that could be proven that they lied or they even exaggerated about what they were saying about me. It would be considered defamatory, and I could actually sue them and win. Rich is a whore. I'm sorry. Rich is a whore.
I can't show you a pink elephant because it doesn't exist.
Now here's a stupid one. Snooty Roo did a 100-bit cheer, but can't you just log into your WWE game account and hold your phone up to the camera and disprove detractors? Oh my God. Boy, people don't listen, but this is the thing. Real gullible, stupid, simple-minded people think it's that easy. Let's say right now, all right, first of all, I logged into my old-ass game account from WWE Supercard from years ago that I've admitted that's a game that I played a lot for about 2 years. And I held it up to the camera, all right? It wouldn't matter what it showed. It literally wouldn't matter what it showed. They would find a way to spin that into a negative. They would find that would be a negative, okay? Now, that's the thing. At this point, I can't even figure out what the meme is because people now tell me it could be this one WWE game that I played years ago or a WWE game that I played for a few months, a couple of years ago. I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about anymore because I don't follow the shit and I'm so confused in my head. This guy says Supercard, someone else says it's another game. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about anymore because even you idiots can't get your shit straight, so I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't care. I'm not going to waste fucking time holding phones up and showing you shit. You're out of your fucking mind. In addition, like I said, chances are, what would happen? I hold it up. Oh, God, there was something on the screen now that's more personal information that got out that they can use against me. Fuck this. And fuck you for even bringing that shit up. See, here you go. They're saying you spent $140,000 on a wrestling mobile game. $140,000. What the fuck? The best part about this is that when they started, It was like 3 or 4 days ago, and it was like $10,000. Then people started saying 20, then 40. Now it's apparently $140,000. And that douche kid did 100-bit cheers. All you got to do is show your username is, and bam, the detractors are defeated and make them even less credible. Wrong. Wrong. As I said, any little bit of information that I give you guys will be used against me. Perfect example here. Let's say I bring up a mobile game and I show you my name in the game. That name that's in the game, people will immediately scour the fucking internet for anywhere that name's been used, try to find old accounts of mine, try to find other things that maybe could or could not be me because of that name. The truth of the matter is that when I play mobile games, a lot of the times I don't use my real name or my online personas. Reason being, I did do that a while ago, and people then were doing stuff to me. I never talk about this because I know it's fucked up. There were 2 times with previous mobile games, way back when I was playing them, that people tried to hack the accounts. People tried to pretend that they were me. They impersonated me and actually were contacting like the customer support of the companies saying, oh, I'm Darkside Phil, and here's my information, and I want control of this account. And one time I actually got locked out of my account because of it, okay? So the last thing I would ever want to do is show you any information about any account that I've ever used, ever, all right? A few years ago, an old password of mine that I used to use for very old things leaked on the internet. People went across the entire internet and found all this shit out. They started logging into my old utility accounts and tried to shut off my power. They tried to send a $2,000 payment to my city here that I didn't owe them just to empty my bank account and fuck me over financially, just because they found an old password somewhere that happened to be attached to a few legacy accounts that I hadn't used in years. Now, if I show you a login that I've used in a mobile game that has been used for other things, people will immediately scour the internet to find. See what I mean? This is what happens. It's just the slippery slope that creates more and more and more negative shit. There's no point in me trying to disprove anything these dickheads say, because none of it's true, and they have no fucking concrete evidence of any of it because it's false. So why would I waste my fucking time on any of it? If you get caught up in that stupid immature crap, you need to look yourself in the mirror and be like, why the fuck do I care about any of this shit? Why am I believing every month or every week there's a new thing about Phil that's completely ludicrous? Why the fuck am I believing all of this? Why am I such a drama hound person who gets caught up in this fucking nonsense? And why do I even find it funny? You know, maybe the first few times, but the 102nd time that you hear something ludicrous about me, you have to finally look and say, maybe there's something wrong here and maybe I'm an idiot.
They're idiots. Whoever Emerald 7 is, thank you. Like, no exaggeration, you're probably the main reason why I was able to get married in 2019. I don't know who you are, but you positively impacted our lives in a really, really positive way, and I want to say thank you sincerely so much for that.
Everything I've told you is true. Everything in 2019 I ever told you, whenever I said I was overdrawn on my bank account, 100% truth. When I told you I needed to raise money, whether it was for taxes or something really quickly, it was 100% true. It's just that I didn't feel that it was safe to publicly disclose I had to lie. I knew I had to hide it. Information until right now, because right now the gears are in motion and we're at a point where it makes sense. And by the way, I never said the house thing wasn't true, Music Records. You're a fucking idiot. I never said that the condo thing in Connecticut wasn't true at all. Never, not once. I never even addressed it. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're a complete idiot. Look at this, all this nonsense, and all these idiots. You guys are all morons. Like, every single person in the stream chat right now is saying, well, you said that that wasn't true. The whole story about the foreclosure wasn't true. I never said that at all. You will never find that in a video. You will never find that at all. I'll say the detractors are talking about nonsense, and I'm not gonna address it until I'm ready. But I never once said that that thing wasn't true. Not once. So everyone who believed the bullshit, I mean, from those idiots, I mean, yeah, you literally only... You always buy in the nonsense and then you spin it the way you want it. I literally never said that none of that was true, but people took it that I said that because you're just idiots. You probably those guys were the ones who were saying it and everybody, Phil denied it. No, I didn't. But you just take it as that because they said it. So that's your own fucking fault. The thing is, you guys really want me to get to the next part of the story that you don't know about, but I have to take care of trolls first. So the trolls actually inadvertently delayed it. What a bunch of nice idiots. I'm just going to ban bam, 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 bam. So, while all this was going on, behind the scenes, okay, I knew I had to take drastic action. I sat down and I saw a lawyer and talked to the lawyer, and the lawyer said, you know, with your situation, you know, there's really no way out besides declaring bankruptcy.
Rah! I emerged from the top of the lump of dough. I'm out of it. I've succeeded.
Like, there's no way. How are you going to get out of not only owing all this debt that you have behind the scenes through credit cards and loans, but now you've got a home that you can't pay for and they're going to foreclose on you. Chances are they're going to sue you for the money that you owe. And he's like, looking at your income is inconsistent but good. Like, my income's always been good. The problem is the debts are getting worse because these are all revolving debts. These are credit card debts that are getting bigger and bigger every year because I can't pay them down. You know, it's just getting worse and worse every moment. So for 3 months, guys, behind the scenes, I've been working with a bankruptcy attorney to basically file for bankruptcy, so that primarily the real reason I had to do it is because I'm probably going to get sued or by this mortgage company when they foreclose on this property, which they're doing right now, and they take it away out of my name and they sell it. There's no way they're going to make the $100,000 on the sale that they would make that they need to pay off the mortgage. They're going to probably make 50, 60 grand, and they're going to say I owe them some crazy amount of money, like $40,000, $50,000, that I have no way to pay them. I'm already so bad and behind on debt, I can't fucking make my regular monthly payments on anything. How the hell am I going to afford to pay that, right? And it's funny because idiots, okay, will spin stuff, okay? Idiots will spin stuff that, in regards to, you know, what's going on with this, they'll say, well, if Phil declares bankruptcy, that means he doesn't owe anything to anyone. So, see, Phil won't need any more contributions on streams, and Phil won't need any support from his fans any longer. If he says that he needs help, he's lying to you. That is 100% truth.
Ignorance.
I think what I need to do at this point, now that you guys know the situation that I'm in, you know, and what's going on with me behind the scenes, I think that once we get information about the new consoles, both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X,
I need to make a wish list on Amazon for them.
obviously you guys want to see me have the new consoles. You want to see me unbox them, review them, walk through the dashboard, play the launch games, right? And if I'm in dire financial straits, I can't do that. So what I'm thinking is, once we get actual concrete information about the release of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, if they have like entries on Amazon, maybe I'll update my Amazon wish list for that so that we can get those locked in, and maybe some generous person or two will jump in and try to finance that so that I can be sure have those for launch. Because I'm honestly really nervous that what happens if literally I have no money at all year, because every dollar is going towards just paying what I absolutely need to pay, and now I have no money for this stuff. How am I going to continue to stream, right? You guys want to see the new stuff, so... Phil, you make me angry, Phil! Some idiot in stream chat says, you know, you can't just say something's not true. You have to present evidence when everyone's been right about everything in the past. When everyone's been right about everything in the past, really, about me lying and scamming my viewers for money to pay for a wedding that I didn't pay for, that my parents paid for, about saying that there was an escort that never existed, dude, I could just go on. Let's just go through all the list of the insane, stupid shit that they say about me on a daily basis that's completely wrong. You're an idiot. Just because you believe it doesn't make it true. It just makes you a fucking gullible idiot. So, you're an idiot. That's right. Apparently, it's guilty until proven innocent. That's what happens when you're a fucking brainless idiot. Yes, Stinky Dinks, I remember. He says, do you remember when the detractors ran with the escort story for a whole year? There wasn't actually a shred of evidence, just drama shit on the internet, and the next thing you know, it ended up being a whole fake story and they got arrested. But, you know, that's how it is. People literally just do this shit for jollies or whatever. So, I mean, all this shit is always wrong. Literally, the only thing that was 100% correct so far was the foreclosure, because that was public knowledge. That was posted on the internet publicly when the lawsuit was filed in December. And there was nothing that could be done about it, right? There was nothing absolutely that could be done about it. That it was going to go public no matter what. And I purposely waited until now to tell you guys, yes, it's true. Yes, I'm going through bankruptcy, so that you know what's going on. Because you know, if I didn't tell you, if you didn't get it from my mouth, these idiots would be searching Washington state records constantly to find and get the bankruptcy and post that up there too. So I figured I should tell you everything going on so you have full disclosure, okay? That's literally the one thing they got right. The one fucking thing that they've gotten right. Boss Hog says, if that one thing that was posted was true, why'd so many people get banned for mentioning it? Because they literally come to the stream, they derail the stream, they spam it, and it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about on stream. If I'm doing a gameplay stream of Pokemon, and 25 people come to the stream and say, Phil's getting foreclosed on, what the fuck does that have to do with Pokemon? Zero. It's derailing the stream. Instant ban. It's always been against the rules. There's no reason to bring up drama. There's no reason to bring up gossip. That's all it is. It's gossip. Who cares if my house is getting foreclosed on? What the fuck does that have to do with the gameplay stream that I have on the internet right now? Zero. The kind of people that bring it up are immature drama queen pieces of shit who want to derail the stream and laugh.
Ha ha ha. Look, Phil's getting foreclosed on.
Fuck you, you get banned. That's why they got banned. It's very common sense for someone who has an intelligent brain, which you don't have, Boss Hog. I'm very sorry about that. Well, is there a nugget of truth about the WWE mobile games? I already talked about this, I think it was last night or the night before. Here, I'll say it one more time for all of you. All right? At one point, I played WWE Supercard. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago. A lot. For about a year. I played it pretty hardcore. All right? Even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game, okay? After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was, all right? And at this point, this is so frustrating, okay, that I really feel that I said, I'm just never playing this again. And I did. I quit it cold turkey. I think it was about a year later. I went back and I reinstalled the game just to try it. And it was shitty. Like, I didn't really like it anymore. It was way too complicated. There were, like, multiple seasons of cards being played. And it was, like, the only way to even play it at any level that's enjoyable, you have to dump a ton of money into it. So I stopped playing it. There was another game called WWE Champions that was, like, I want to say it was, like, early 2017 it came out. And I played it on and off casually over the course of that year, along with all the other mobile games that I was playing. And I only played it casually. That was the game that I kind of like casually grinded in and just played on and off as a free-to-play game. And I stopped playing it because I lost interest in it. It's a gem breaker game where it's like playing, what is it, like Candy Crush or whatever? But that was always the side game that I played. The other games were my major focus at the time. And by the way, I quit all of that stuff when Kat moved in 2018, I quit all mobile games. I don't play them anymore. I got rid of them. I said, I'd rather focus time on important stuff with my family and stuff. I don't waste time. I keep telling you guys this. Mobile games are money sinks. You'll put money into it, you put time into it and money into it, and you don't get anything really out of it unless you're constantly keep playing and sinking more money into it. That's the truth of the matter. Now, these idiots want me to show you my accounts and everything. How the fuck am I going to do that? So I show you on my screen, oh, that's not your account, that's someone else's. Or I show you on my screen, oh, look, that's a name we didn't know. Now let's go scour the internet for other times Phil used that fucking name and other things so we can find other accounts that he's done and hack other accounts and get more personal information. Fuck you. All right? I've had enough of this shit. I seriously am tired. Every little fucking thing in my life being microanalyzed by a bunch of no-life, worthless, disgusting, toxic, do-nothing, ne'er-do-wells who will never, ever have a shred of fucking positivity in their lives. They live in their fucking Paris basements, they hide from real life, and they do this shit anonymously on the internet because they can get away with it. If they didn't get away with it in real life, they would all hide like the cowards they fucking are. No. Fuck off. Stop fucking with me and every little thing that I say and do and twisting it into something it's not. Stop trying to take information from 3-4 years ago and turn it into something now that it's not to ruin me. I'm tired of this shit. Really, it gets to the point where I get so fucking frustrated and it's pent up pain inside of me because any little thing that I say and do on a stream can be construed into something that it's not, or that something nasty can be made out of something that I did innocently years ago, and now you're going to somehow try to fuck with me? And I know, because I know exactly what happens. If I show you an account on my phone, oh my God, now we got something else on them. Use that name, scour the end. It's never going to end. It never will end. There's no, the reason I did this stream today was to get everyone caught up on stuff that was going on. I knew that talking about a foreclosure and a bankruptcy, that was public knowledge that was going to be on the internet. I knew those idiots were going to misrepresent it and lie about shit. So I went out on my best interest here, and I told you guys very transparently about what's going on with that, okay? Anything else that you hear is fucking horseshit, period. If I have stuff that I feel is important to my streams or my content, or that I need to reveal to you about my personal life, I will. But all this other shit, I'm so fucking tired of hearing it. I really am. I'm just done with it. I'm done addressing it. I'm done fucking putting up with it. Enough is fucking enough. My life has been systematically fucked up year after year by people fucking with me. I can't get sponsorships. I can't get all the same opportunities every other full-time streamer gets because of you pieces of fucking shit trying to ruin my life. Fuck you. I'm done putting up with your shit. I'm not entertaining for a single moment any more of your stupid bullshit. You could say anything you fucking want. I don't give a fuck. Go fuck yourself. Ooh! Yeah. Come on! Get your shirts off! Everyone take your shirts off! Take your shirts off!